Hi, my name is John McGovern, and I'd like to show you how to do a quick and easy Splunk Phantom installation with a set of Ansible playbooks that I've written. So let's start by cloning this playbook from GitHub from John McGovern / Ansible Phantom base. There we go. We'll clone a fresh copy. And let me cd into that directory. So first off, we're going to clone a couple files. The .sample files are going to just become that file name. So copy hosts.sample to hosts, and then copy group vars all.sample to group vars all. So this is our host configuration and our variables file. So let me open up hosts. And here all we have to do is add a record for the name of our Phantom host that we're going to install Phantom on. It could be multiple hosts. In this case, I'm going to just do the one. This is an AWS instance running CentOS 7. And let's open up group vars all. Only a few configuration tweaks here. Since this is Cent, I'm going to leave this as the username CentOS. Here is, I'm going to reference my own private key file. This is just the default private key file location. You can change it if you're not using a default. We don't need to use an enable password here or a sudo password because in a CentOS EC2 instance, it doesn't require one, but you can add that if you need to. By default, we have some sensible defaults here, but we'll run Phantom as an unprivileged user called Phantom in opt Phantom. We're also going to use port 4443 as the default Phantom port. Down below here, we have our Phantom version selector, and what we'll do is use the latest version of Phantom. Now here's an important note, is that by default, Splunk does not provide a direct wget access to Phantom TGZ files. So what you have to do is download it from your account and copy it into the files directory. So I've already done that. I'm going to copy it into files here. Note, if you go into files, I have included the instructions for how to download the unprivileged tarball installer from the Phantom website. Cool. Okay. So we've done our initial setup. Is there anything else? Here's a version library too with a couple Phantom versions you can add to that there. So I've done my initial setup. Now I'm going to run a couple different playbooks here. The first is we're going to run an OS configuration playbook. So Ansible playbook-i hosts. OS config.yaml. This does some nice things like sets, in this case we have a bare EC2 CentOS instance, so it sets the host name, it performs OS updates, and in fact, one of the nice things about this Ansible playbook set is it installs all the prerequisites for that Phantom needs. It's doing that right now. The other thing we do out of the box is set ulimits. Phantom requires that the ulimits on the host operating system be set a certain way, so this playbook does that. Cool. There it is, setting ulimits. Okay, so when we're done with this, I'm going to just open another window here. Ansible playbook-i hosts. We're referencing that host file again, and we're going to do install.yaml. This does the actual Phantom upload and install. So in this case, again, unlike our Splunk playbook, the Phantom installer is actually uploaded from our operating system right here. So it is pulled out of our files and sent upstream to the EC2 instance. So this file is moved to the EC2 instance because we cannot wget it directly. I'm going to pause the video here because the upload takes a few minutes, and then we'll resume once done. All right, so now Phantom has been uploaded from my laptop to the EC2 instance right there. That's the step that typically takes the longest, and then we just extract Phantom, make sure we have set user and group ownership correctly, and then run the Phantom installer shell script in a silent mode. Currently, we default to not installing any apps alongside of Phantom. I prefer this, just gives you a cleaner install, and then you can manually load the apps you need. But in the future, I will add a flag so you can toggle between the two methods. And this typically just takes a couple minutes. All right, great. Now our Phantom installation just completed. There's our steps there. A couple notes here. Let me first browse to the Phantom instance. So HTTPS and demo 01. There we go. We do not have a certificate installed at this point. And then the username and password is going to be the Phantom default. So just admin and password. And you can set that up later. Accept the EULA, and we're off to the races with the default Phantom installation. A couple notes. We can also update Phantom with the update.yaml playbook. I will most likely cover that in a different video. Let me SSH into our instance real quick. So CentOS at 1. If you would like to perform any administrative actions to Phantom on the command line, make sure to change your user to, by default, the Phantom user, whatever user you set up. The Phantom installer has been uploaded to home Phantom, and Phantom runs in opt Phantom. Notice as required by Phantom, ulimits have been set for the Phantom user. There we go. So open files and let's see, open files and number of processes, specifically max user processes, have been set. All right, so that is a quick and easy way to get a OS and a Phantom install all set. You can certainly perform an install using the OVA or the RPM. Those are a fast way to do the same task, but I like the idea that Ansible starts from scratch every time, SSHs into the OS, and performs just a best practices step-by-step installation every time that's repeatable and very much deterministic. All right, that's it. Thank you.